Hello everyone. It is November 12th and this is my first snowfall, and in honor of that I am going to review a car that absolutely despises snow. The Scale 118 Chevrolet Corvette by Maisto. Now granted, the model doesn't have an issue with snow, but the actual car does, considering that it's rear-wheel drive and has absolutely no weight on the rear. These things are absolutely impossible in this type of weather. But anyway, besides that little bit of detail, I'm going to get started on the details and review of this car. So to get started, I'm going to say that this is a very, very nice car by Maisto, one of their better ones. As the ones I've been showing recently, it does feature full suspension as well as steering, and costs around $25–$30 depending on where you get it. Although I will say at this time of year, now that it is November, getting close to Christmas, prices will come down a little bit. Keep an eye on the Black Friday deals. You know, you can sometimes, get some good deals on shipping, etc. Like 10% off. But also at wholesale clubs like Costco, BJ's, Sam's Club, in the US at least, you can find some really nice deals for like $12. Maistos, Motor Maxes as well. So on the outside, paint quality is phenomenal. Now, forgive me because this car is rather dusty, and that's just because it hasn't been cleaned in a while. But it's very nice. Metalwork, kind of the same situation. It's pretty good. I know Maisto sometimes has issues with metalwork, like you find pieces that aren't fitting too well together. But this one's in decent shape. The only thing that I can point out is that there is a pretty big gap between the door and the other in the body. But so be it. The headlight, I will mention that you can really see the plastic surrounding the lights because it's a pretty thick piece. But on the other hand, they did do a nice job of actually following the real car and putting the actual color underneath the headlight. So you can see that this is blue underneath. If you get a silver one, it's going to be silver. Looks really nice. And combined with the xenon headlights underneath, it does, with no peg, it's pretty good. I'm happy with it. Also on the front, I will note that this is a sticker, and while it looks really good to begin with, you wouldn't even notice. It was put kind of lopsided, so you can see it's kind of slightly closer to this side than the other. Depending on the car you get, might be a little bit different. This one's looking pretty good, and also is a sticker. So if I zoom in really close, you can see that the front has started to come up. Once it focuses, you'll be able to see it. You can see right there. Now that is the result of me cleaning this car, and because it's a sticker, water just kind of gets under it, pulls it up. Not very good. But anyway, front grille, not too bad. You can't go all the way through, but it is there and it looks decent. Same deal with the brake caliper, very typical of Maisto. But atypical of Maisto is these really nice wheels. Just very, very fine, well done. You can see it has the bolts, Corvette logo in the center. Quite nice. Same thing. Nice tires. Underneath, see that transmission in the rear? It's kind of a trademark of the Corvette. It's been the case for a while now. I believe since the 67. Maybe I'm wrong. But you can see pretty much everything. Drive shaft is connected to the bottom of the car. Otherwise, chrome. Most stuff is raised. Not the best, but most certainly not the worst. Those iconic rear taillights. License plate comes with the car. And everything does open, although you will find if you don't have fingernails, it's very difficult to open up the back. Everything opens. So these little hooks right here are actually for the top, which doesn't remove. On an auto wired it does, but this one it's not the case. So they're kind of irrelevant, but they are there because it is that case in the real car. Nice size trunk for a sports car though, I have to say. Engine opens up like so, kind of like a Viper. And we see that it is just one big plastic piece with some coloring throughout. Now, I'm not going to criticize it too much considering that the detail is there, and there is coloring as well as, you know, a little warning label there as well as there. So it's not bad, but you know, sometimes you can actually move the entire engine in one. It doesn't have much depth to it. Let's go on the interior now. Zoom in here. See the Corvette logo on the steering wheel? Now this is one of the highlights of the car, the interior, because they put some extra effort into it. You can see, especially instead of these seats just being kind of printed out of plastic, you know, flat, they actually have the perforations on it. So for the perforated leather, heated seats, etc., makes it breathe a little bit better. And it looks really, really nice. That pattern also continues on the dash. Now, while this is plastic in real life, it kind of has the same texture as the real one. Out of focus here. But it does have that GPS screen with the Corvette logo on the center. All the buttons are there, not necessarily colored in, but it is nice that they have the silver surround on the console. And if you look on the gear shift, it actually has the gear diagram. Corvette impressed into the dashboard. Looks good there. That's the button to open the car. So overall, just a really nice, well-built Maisto, very solid. As you just saw me doing, the wheels spin very fluidly, and it just looks absolutely phenomenal. Comes in a variety of colors, I believe. I'm not sure if it came in a black, but I know it came in a silver, this blue, and there was a red version as well. And definitely highly recommend it. Great for a gift if you're planning on getting something for the holidays. And it is still being sold, which is really, really nice. So that's all. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.